driving by, and then when finally this father and son duo pulled up behind the deputy, the other car had already left. There's no interference.
Tax season is here, and it's a maximum refund guarantee. But you can't open it until you do your taxes.
Building with AI. Hosted creations with easier.com.
Has always been, will always be physical action. You physically stop the terrorists. Stop. But that's a moot point. As these people are driving by, and then when finally this father and son duo pulled up behind the deputy, the other car had already left. There's no interference to be had with the car.
Good morning, one. Good morning, one.
That's not even what this is about. This concept, I'm trying to harass the community.
It was
I'm
freezing
trying to
out
be a
there.
road
See
pirate.
out the snow.
How can I road pirate when someone's driving past me 3 or 4 times and they're filming? I'm gonna make sure they don't film my traffic stops again or even look at what I'm doing. What kind of Nazi Germany is this?
Okay, and you're driving by me multiple times. And what that mean? I accelerated speed. And what does that mean? That is suspicious activity. When I'm conducting my investigation, you're steadily just sitting here driving.
Sitting here driving past. I don't understand how he can be both simultaneously sit there and be driving past. We have a little bit of
Who's the one lurker?
it's Florida, and
Who are you? Tell me now. It's hot.
But people have qualified immunity to arrest you
Got two.
and terminate your constitutional rights. Should I at least be able to know that you can't be sitting somewhere and be driving past somebody?
Got six. Good
at the
morning, y'all.
same time? At least minus.
Boy, it takes a minute for people to find you sometimes,
This
don't
is the
it?
Sumter County Sheriff's Department in Sumter County, Florida. Just keeping it a buck.
You looking for sure, huh? What you looking for? What you looking for sure?
I don't know what you're trying to establish, okay? I don't know what you're trying to establish.
Crystal.
Ooh, pick me. I know what he's trying to establish, deputy. He's trying to establish
Kenyon?
that you're a
Oh, it's early morning.
accomplished very easily.
Coffee looks good. It's not bad. It's the Maxwell House morning blend. Some hazelnut. A couple teaspoons of sugar.
To outsmart and outwit this cop is a very minor task. To say it best, this cop is dumb. So now
I've been up for about an hour and a half. It's like 8:30 in the morning. Woke up, had to stick some wood in the fireplace, and you know, you lay down, you figure, oh, I'll go back to bed. Cold up there? Yeah. I mean, it's wintertime. It's cold, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to be in the upper 20s, low 30s for the next few days. So, like, relatively speaking for the area, it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's better than single digits or negative, which it could very easily be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
crime, ordinance violation, misdemeanor, felony, doing violation.
you want to see what it looks like outside?
In the commission of committing or about to commit.
A little
You
foggy.
don't have to fork over your ID because they're curious. So if they say, well, sir, you were speeding, or you blew a red light.
I'll show you. Give you a quick look here.
Unfortunately, you would have to give up your ID, even if you're pretty sure that you didn't do those things. Your time to defend yourself is in court later on. But if they can't actually articulate any actual crime, then you don't have
Florida 68. Oh, that's what's up.
Here's a clip from a traffic stop.
I bet you that's cold for you though, huh?
He wasn't gonna get it.
Are you one of them snowbirds?
Officer Fisher with Newbury PD.
Hands off my vehicle.
Just to let you know you are being recorded today.
Yeah, I know. I'm recording you. You pulled me over. I didn't exceed the speed limit. You got a middle finger. What's up?
Your license and registration.
Need reason to stop.
Nope, I
Reason for this
No,
is
you're
get yourself a supervisor,
a
get yourself a
Floridian
It
then.
doesn't matter if the registration comes back to a different name or driver.
Where I'm from, there's a lot of
Have I violated
snowbirds.
any
People
traffic
up here
laws?
will
Now,
go down to Florida for the winter, you know.
how long you been parked? I don't need to provide it to you. There's no traffic infractions. My stuff is good. Why'd you run the plate?
I'm sitting here watching the AFA video
Doing my car. Why did you run the plate?
from
Stop's
Hawaii.
over.
What
How
up?
about now? Stop's over. Am I detained?
Lola?
Am I detained? Am I detained? Don't put your hand in my face. Am I detained? Is this a no stopping zone? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hawaii'd be a cool place to visit. I'd like to see some volcanoes.
No, your
See some lava flow for once. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. What problem? I'm good.
Something most people don't get to see or experience. You know what I mean?
Not a no stopping, no standing. Bill, hold on. The traffic, the stop is complete.
Bet you the bikinis around there are really nice too.
Am I detained? Am I detained?
You know what I'm saying? I like bikinis. Yeah, I'm chilling watching TV. You know what I mean? I'm just real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? Watching AFA video, accountability for all video. I didn't watch it yesterday. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. Double tap that. Yeah. Tap. I'll wear a bikini given the right circumstances for the right people. Wouldn't you? With a name like Brian, I know you've wore a bikini. That just screams bikini all over it. You probably like the hot pink ones, right?
Version of the iconic super light knots. I change it.
I'm more of a hot pink kind of guy. Purple, you know. I've been told red looks good on me. What kind of bikinis do you like? Purple's too feminine for you?
What this is an investigative stop because of you guys passing back and forth.
Flesh colored so people think you're naked? Nice.
What this is an investigative stop because of you guys
That way I don't have to leave much to the imagination. Oh, shit. Blue? Blue, your favorite color? Oh, you like my work? My videos? Thanks, I appreciate it. I wish I had some more content to put out right now lately, you know what I mean? But given the time of year and where I live, like, sidewalk audits ain't really an option around here because there ain't jack squat for sidewalks. And as far as like all the indoor places, you know, the city halls and courthouses, and I've been to pretty much everything I can almost find within an hour and a half drive of me, you know what I mean? And to try to get out right now this time of year to drive somewhere it's dangerous, time consuming, you know what I'm saying? I live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So I'm kind of like a seasonal auditor unless I go post up in a post office somewhere, but most of the post offices are really small around here, you know what I mean? And they ain't going to say anything, so then you're just kind of standing around waiting to test the public, and which ain't nothing wrong with that, you know? Public need to be tested and educated more than government does, you know what I'm saying? Saginaw, down there in the Sag Nasty. Nice.
So the investigative stop is you pull me over. And you explain it.
I used to live downstate.
So now the police are using creative terminology.
I mean, somebody up here's got to do it. You know what I mean?
The driver didn't do
Might as well be me.
so the cop wasn't gonna get his
And the reality is, you know,
deputy was gonna turn around.
up here, it gives me something to do. I
It's
mean,
an investigative stop. It's the same as
I do other things. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker got to have a hobby too. You know, multiple hobbies when you live up here. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of ice in my drink. Oh, never mind. It's at the bottom of these things, at the bottom of the chat, they get these things that pop up and question suggestions for me to ask people, and I was caught my eye. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm retarded.
You got some coming, bro? And stop forward. Okay. Say you come and talk with me once. It's up to you. I'm step out here and talk to you. Just trying to prevent anything. So just let you up one again.
Yeah, just chilling here, watching people push snow around. Luckily, I don't have to do no snow shoveling today. I did all mine yesterday. Then we got the driveway plowed, and I got to cut up some wood later and bring it in. But beyond that, eventually I'm gonna have to run to town. Jody, did you come to join the breakfast club this morning? Good morning. Nice to see you. You know, it's really nice sometimes to be able to put, even though your picture's like this big, it's nice to be able to kind of put a face with it. You know what I'm saying? With names and stuff. And I like it when people use their real names. Like, people like to come up with these off the wall, like, but I guess there's a million Brians, you know what I'm saying? So. Well, you lived in some pretty interesting places then, huh? I'd like to go to Alaska and visit there. Japan, that's a place, that's like a bucket list place to visit. I doubt I'll ever get to go, but it'd be a bucket list, you know what I mean? Culture's really interesting down there, the whole, you know, like the whole ninja samurai type thing is pretty interesting. The geisha thing, that's pretty interesting. The clothes that they used to wear back then, real interesting. Interesting culture, the Japanese. And it's amazing that they can be friends with us even though we nuked them, unfortunately. Nuked them twice. You know what I mean? Like, once shame on me, twice shame on you. You know what I mean? Like, like, holy shit. You want to be friends? But I guess, you know, the world's a different place than it used to be. Everything's global now, you know what I mean? Countries aren't isolationist states anymore, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Sometimes I feel like motherfuckers should just keep to themselves, you know what I'm saying? Including us. Cup of coffee's going too fast. I'm gonna have to make another one. Yeah, nothing super interesting. Just me being lame. I'm trying to get the day going. Juggalo asks, hey, what up? Good morning. I've been going live on my little IRL thing that I play on. That way I ain't wasting your guys' time, but it's nice to see you juggle asses. I know people's time's valuable, so I always feel bad when I have non-tent, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to get in the mindset of some of the stuff that I video, even though it's kind of non-tentish, that posting it for like prosperity purposes holds a big value. You know how many videos I've sat and watched from videos like when they actually, like back in 1909, and you see the trolley cart, you know what I'm saying, and the dude takes the time to add the color to it to make it look, I've watched a lot of those, man, and makes me wonder, in 100 years, in 120 years, somebody can watch something I videoed, and in 120 years, what I videoed is not going to look the same as it does in their time. There's a tremendous value in that, I believe. Historical value. Am I the only one that thinks like that? I mean, the entertainment's fantastic and it gets views, the drama, but man, I mean, think about that. It's like writing a history book, you know what I'm saying? Documenting history, even if it's just life as it happens. Standing on a corner somewhere, videoing people driving by, going about their business. Does that make sense? Next live be you getting a haircut? Sick. That's cool. I haven't been to a barber, and last time I went and got my hair cut, I went and actually got my hair cut was when my grandma died. I went and got my hair cut and I shaved for her. And the last time I did that. I mean, I don't see no sense in paying somebody $20-$25 a whack for something I can do usually, you know what I mean? But sometimes haircuts need more attention depending on what you like. During the summer, I'm a simple guy. I'll take my shaver, 2-1 that shit, you know what I'm saying? 2-1. Little lining up around the ears, try to get someone, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom. And then I wear a hat most of the time because it's more about a comfort thing than a how I look thing. And then during the winter, I'll let my stuff grow out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, like this time of year, I could use somebody else cutting, it'd be nicer. But I cut this myself, you know what I'm saying? It's been a 2.5, 3 weeks. It's about ready for a touch up, but you're worthless as fuck. Yeah, you'll have that on a big job, bro. Yeah, I'm in Michigan. The snow angel gone? Ooh, the snow angel. Yeah, the snow angel's gone. It it's been, we've had enough snow. It's been buried. You know what I mean? The snow angel's been buried and plowed over. And what year is my trailer? Bitch, please. Kick that. Let me kick that dude out. He can go chill in his trailer by himself. Big Mike don't live in a fucking trailer. And if I did, so fucking what? William strikes again. My boy William. Yeah, fuck him. I'm here with that kind of crap. Chevy Tahoe, the 2012. The Chevy Tahoe is a pretty sick ride. I don't know much about the 2012 in particular. I don't remember. I know quite a bit about vehicles, but I don't know exactly what motor's in it. You know what I mean? And transmission. That's the biggest determining factor on vehicles these days. Motors just don't last like they used to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves an LS swap, you know. So I'm talking a Tahoe and an LS in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brendan, what up? Put a dunk on it. Joko. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run back to Newberry today at some point, and I'm not looking forward to that. Roads aren't exactly the greatest, even though it didn't snow a ton last night or anything like that, but everything's really slick. And it's like getting foggier too as the day goes on. It started off foggy and then it cleared up, and now it's getting foggier to hell again. Let me show you. Guess it doesn't translate on video as well as it does in person, but you know. But she's getting foggy out there. The air gets warm enough, the snow will just create all kinds of fog. Yeah, we went to town yesterday and do some grocery shopping, take my mom to the pharmacy and shit like that, and go and pick up her meds, and they're like, oh, we don't have 2 of them ready, your doctor hasn't called them in. She's like, what do you mean hasn't called them in? Right here's the freaking paper. You know, they give her 90 days worth on her meds, and she comes back once a month to pick them up. That's how I've been doing it at her old pharmacy for years, and that's how it's always been done as far as we've ever known. Now this motherfucking pharmacist is making the doctor call for all his patients for certain meds, you know what I mean, and saying, hey, fill them, like, after the doctor's already filled out the paper that says 90 days worth. You know, so I end up having to drive to fucking Newberry. Everything's not ready. I end up having to come home and maybe come back the next day or 2 days fucking later because people can't make phone calls and pharmacists want to make shit difficult. You know what I'm saying? So, Molly, what up? Freezing rain. We've got like a. It's not a freezing rain, but it's huge. I guess it was kind of a freezing rain this morning, last night. I did notice the tree did look like it was sparkly when I was staring out the window. Right now it's kind of warm and foggy, and we ain't getting no precipitation though, so no precip. But it's a little foggy out there. That's really not enough distance to tell. That's to that tree line. There's about I don't know. I'd call it 150 yards at best. 150 yards at best. It's not too bad, you know what I'm saying? But it seems to be coming in waves and getting foggy, clearing up, getting foggy, clearing up. Chris, what up? Yeah, we're gonna miss out on the precip, which is okay because I need a break from shoveling snow. You know what I mean? Had to shovel some. We've been having lake effect snow for the last freaking week and a half. You know what I mean? Not to mention we got dumped on Or you got like 15 plus inches during the blizzard, you know. Oh, there we go. There's a good video. It's happening. It's about time. Nice. I have to go make a cup of coffee before I watch that though. I watch this one channel called Colt Builds It, and he builds off-road type vehicles, rock crawlers. You know what I mean? Land cruisers or whatever they call that. Can't remember. Not land cruisers. What do you call that when people like to go deep woods camping and they got their vehicles that they hook up with like the rooftop tents and junk like that? That's kind of cool. I like watching some of those videos too, especially like the deep snow ones. Overlanding, yeah, the overlanding. He makes some stuff like that. He's mostly into the rock crawling off-roading, but he's been working on building a mini wrecker for Matt's off-road recovery out of a Samurai. That way they can use it to recover things like side-by-sides and stuff. So he's been working on that for a few months, and looks like it's about to be a good video. Making some good progress on it. I like stuff like that. He's also been working on his own wrecker, his own off-road wrecker. I watch a lot of few of these channels. There's like 5 or 6 of them that I watch, where they build off-road recovery vehicles. So they're custom wreckers, you know what I mean? And like the one dude, he's got some custom off-road vehicles, and he made one of them's made out of I just had it on the tip of my tongue too. Corvair. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. A rock crawling Corvair, pretty neat. Corvair station wagon. Oh, really? That'd be sweet. See, I'd look, man. I tell you, if I had my health was all right and I could put more time into my channel than I do, I'd like to be able to get to the frickin' point where I could like get a van or something, you know what I mean? Like bow style, and drive around and check out the country, kind of like live that van life / audit First Amendment content. You know what I mean? I'd like to do that for a year or two. That'd be fucking sick. Get out there, make some cool content, go to some places you've never seen. You know what I mean? That's like my dream goal at this point. That way I can do a couple things you know what I'm saying? Not everybody can be a FAPA though and make 30,000 a month on YouTube. So, you know, what do you do? You know what I mean? But if I was making that much, I'd probably just stay in hotels. Yeah, I can. Sleeping in and you're a tall dude too, aren't you? You're over 6 foot. You're at least as tall as MCC, and he's like 6'2" at least, and he's taller than me. He makes me kind of look small, I think. MCC's a big guy. YouTube don't do him no justice on his size. You know what I mean? That's why everybody goes straight for Spanky or somebody else. 6'1.5", taller than me. Okay. He's a big dude. He seems taller than 6, and he's got to be taller than 6'1". Maybe 6'1.5". He's 6'2". I mean, he's up there. He's not like no 6'4" monster, you know what I mean, or bigger, you know. But he's over that 6 foot, and he's a thick feller. let's go. We'll make a cup of coffee here. I'll tell you, California Phil, News Now California, he's a pretty small dude. He's a small one. I've worked with him before, and he's a little guy. He's a spitfire, though. His brain must never shut off, neither, because boy, he talks. His brain must be running 1,000 miles a minute. Faster than mine. Yeah, most people around here in that 6 foot range, dude. I'm like 5'11". So I feel relatively short, you know what I mean, in the guy realm. All my uncles were really tall too. That 6'2", 6'3" range, you know what I'm saying? But my mom was short and my dad's short. So I didn't get all the height. I'm 5'11 and a half, 5'11, you know what I mean? Not quite 6 foot myself. 6'4", yeah, that's fucking tall. Had a good day, but yeah, you a short feller, huh? Yeah. That has its advantages, man. Being tall's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, I don't have to worry about hitting my head on shit, you know, but when you start to get over that 6 foot, I think it starts to probably get hard to find clothes and junk like that, and get the right clothes. And I know as the rounder I get, the harder it is to find good clothes, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta pay a freaking premium. Well, that didn't take long to get cold. Buttermilk biscuit. What up? Ducks are cool. Quack, quack, quack. What do you got ducks in the basement for, yo? I do got a deer head. You want to see it? Want to see the deer head? I hang dead animals on my wall on occasions. Hot fan, what up? Good morning. You want to see the deer? All right, you'll have to give me a minute though. I'll check the fire first. Sounds like my mom's about to get on the phone. We'll check the deer first. My trailer has stairs. You know what I'm saying? My trailer has stairs, William. That's my grandpa. Yeah, that's my grandpa and one of his buddies. Roy Petoskey. Corporal Roy Petoskey. Yeah, I've got I didn't show you the cool part. Deer's name, Dinner. His name was Dinner. Those were his shoulder patches. Yeah, his name was Dinner. But yeah, those were his patches. He was in World War II. Tulip, what up? Yeah, chevrons, patches. I mean, it's a patch you put on your shirt, right, or your jacket. Yeah, it's a chevron and his unit badge. His division or unit or whatever, they were, from my understanding, he didn't tell me a whole lot about stuff. I just know that he did things that he didn't like to do, and but he said, or from what I've looked up, they were a not a National Guard unit. Look, I don't remember. It's been a while since I read it. I can't remember all that shit. From my understanding, my grandpa served from North Africa all the way to Rome. So from what I'm gathering, I think maybe he was involved in the march to Rome. I'm not good at researching stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a researcher. I wished I knew somebody that could like put together a whole like dossier type thing of, you know what I mean, of his history through that. That way I could share it and preserve it. But I don't know anybody like that, and I'm not skilled at it, and I can't afford to pay people to do it. He's a big inspiration for my for kind of what I do, you know what I mean? I hate seeing, you know, I often wonder what my grandpa would think with the way things are these days, and you know what I mean? And if he'd even have a really good understanding of how things really are, because he's one of them people, or was one of them people who, well, like, he had a lot of interactions with cops and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He was home, work, raise a family, grow a garden. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like, you know. So I always figured if I grew up to be half the man he is or was, he's long gone now, but 18 months in Germany, prison of war, dang, that'd suck. Yeah, he did some crazy stuff, you know. I mean, he told me a couple things, like one time pulling guard duty for what he referred to as the big guns. You know what I mean? And how he had some newbie with him, and he's like, if you hear, I remember him saying it because the phrase "lacing them up," you know, just really stuck with me. And you know, the new guy was really scared, and it's overnight watch duty. He's like, if you hear anything, you lace them cocksuckers up, and you worry about it later. You know what I mean? Those are his words. Paraphrasing slightly, you know what I'm saying? But lace them up. That means dump a full mag on them. Just picture my grandpa sitting there with the M1 Grand, or lacing them up with the Tommy gun. You know what I'm saying? That's how you lace somebody up. You know, chucking some grenades. But he said the worst part about it is the fact that even though he was a really young man himself, he had to take lives of younger, you know, because it was either them or you. That seems to be the mentality of law enforcement, though, them or you. So you can kind of see the comparisons. I think they're like soldiers. They act like soldiers and they're treated like soldiers. And um, I think that's the standard for the M1 Grand, isn't it? 7 shots, and it's technically a clip too, because they push a clip in and it kicks it out. I'm not a gun expert. You know what I'm saying? I know the basics. An M1 Grand would be a sweet gun to have. I'd rather have a Browning automatic BAR. You know what I'm saying? 30-06 with like a 10-round clip magazine on it. That'd be a monster of a gun. 30-06 ain't no joke. 30-06 punches holes through concrete walls. You know what I mean? They even have armor piercing rounds for that gun. But yeah, he didn't talk a whole lot about it. I do wish I'd have pulled more out of him though. And I wished I'd have. This was a lot of years ago, and I wished I'd have like video documented it, and you know what I mean, like. So anything that we ever talk about in the family, a lot of it's on speculation and common sense, and what little bit that he did tell, and what little bit people do remember. You know what I mean? But if you look up his badge, you know, that Red Bull, then you can look at that and refer as to when he went in. From my understanding, he was drafted out of high school, which was McMillan High School, which is now Newberry High School, but he was drafted out of high school at like 17 or some shit to go. I watch like sometimes I'll watch like historical documents, videos, you know, World War II in color type stuff, and always scanning the people in the background, especially like in Africa or Italy, you know, just kind of like looking, well, like, can I see them? You know what I'm saying? Because you never know, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're literally what, 2 generations away. You know what I'm saying? That's not long. Yeah. I think we refer to those as generations, right? There's my grandpa and then his kids, which would be my mom's generation. She's not the oldest and she's not the youngest. She's in the middle. She was born in the 60s. And then there's my generation, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's kind of hits home. I think about that shit too. When I see these people, these cops out there and they're like doing the shit they do and people refer to them as Nazis and it's like you clowns don't get it. We're not that far away from World War II and you were papers now. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me? Did you guys not learn anything? You know what kind of not one man worth his fucking salt hasn't watched a World War II documentary. You know what I'm saying? And if you've watched World War II documentaries and you understand what the Germans were doing enough, and you can't see the resemblance in what you're doing, you're a fucking lost cause, man. You're a bad American and you're a lost fucking cause. If history's any indicator, you know, this shit happens so slow though, you know what I mean? Especially these days. It's such a slow process that it happens and people don't even see it because they're too fucking occupied. Too occupied. It's done by design. Keep motherfuckers too busy, make them have to work enough to where they're too busy paying for expensive trucks so they feel good about themselves and big houses and that they don't have time to pay attention to the other stuff. And that's what's going on now these days. It's like Roman times. Are you not entertained? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's like. The big coliseums of the NFL football games. You know what I mean? What's that? Uh, American Idol. You know, shit like that. Are you not entertained? I don't know if I'm just more worried about what's going on in American Idol than they are what you know what I'm saying. Like,
Build it, and I can run it either way, so I haven't decided which way I want to run it yet. Might do that. Nice little hidden cookie to add into that thing. No, and like I said, I wish I did have that swag break for this thing. The one thing I do have is the swag dimple dyes. If you guys remember, I rolled them off to the sides here, all these
that video. Yeah, dude. Did you watch the other two though? There's two more. He's got two more to that. Yeah, that's a fucking weird one, isn't it, dude? Is it like some sleeper cell shit or what? Like, and then he sends in the. Did you see? He got the email, and he sent in an email. Even after like what was it, 10 years, he did get a response like almost immediately. And they're like, "Oh, we're already done with that phase. Continue to watch for the next. Maybe we can use you then." You know, like what the fuck's going on? What are these fucking people doing? All right, you gotta go to work. All right, bud, you take it easy. Don't work too hard.
This is also going to allow for drain holes, so if anything gets caught in here,
Oh.
sand, dirt, grime, whatever,
Oh, so that's not what you were talking about?
instead of being
I
flat.
don't know if you have seen the. Oh. Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah. Alright, now,
No, I haven't seen that.
maybe 10 inches.
Is it on YouTube?
We just need to know how far in we want to go with that, which is
My dyslexic ass reads like part of the comment, and I kind of like try to put the rest of it together. In my, you know what I mean? It's on Netflix. Oh, is that like that Chinese or whatever? I think I know what you're talking about. They're like super cutthroat and shit in it. I've seen some of the like. I've never sat down and watched that. Shit don't get me going if that's what you're talking about. I think that's what you're talking about. I haven't signed into my Netflix in a while. I do need to go watch the Stranger Things though. Oh, that reminds me. There's something on the Amazon that I've been watching. The Fallout, that Fallout series on Amazon. The next episode I think came out yesterday. I've been watching that. That's kind of cool. I really like that. The Boys on Amazon. That was sick in multiple ways.
Alright, we have a radiator mount. I want to wait to do the bottom because there's some other things I want to do, like when my fans show up, I want to figure out how to get this part to the fans to this so that everything's one unit, so you unbolt it and then you can pull the radiator out the front. Alright, so I want to cut this back to
Two
there,
veterans.
which means I need to make a
Later
new mount
dive.
here, which is probably going to come out way back in here.
Then ordered the U.S. Army to clear.
We still have one in the same place. And I can
MacArthur commanded a. Oops.
I did double check
Commanded
back
a.
into this, make sure that this is actually steel, so I can weld to it. But I do want to cut it right about here, still add a groove, and then weld that piece into it once we figure out how this is going to work. And I have to cut this off at rate feet.
There goes the plow guy again. Out there laying down some sand. Roads just slipped icy today. That was in 1932 that happened. Mitchell made a good point. Cinema HD. Yeah, I knew about the Ohio State National Guard thing. That's where that ever popular photo of that woman sticking the little white daisy or whatever in the dude's barrel came about, right?
So the whole reason I have this multi-process welder is so I can do thin materials. So I have 23 thousandths of wire in here. I also have the TIG. I'm gonna try and see if this makes
Snowmobile, we call that. Riding a snowmobile. It's on your bucket list? Dude, you'll like it. Snowmobiles are dangerous though, man. So you ever get the chance, make sure snowmobiles are dangerous. And people drive them like idiots. They're a blast though, dude. I've done 80 miles an hour across frozen lake on it, you know what I'm saying? Even that's fucking dangerous because you gotta watch out. You hit some ice like this, dude, and there's this one guy that lives here in town, and that happened to him. He was flying across the lake doing about 80 miles an hour. He wrecked a snowmobile. Dude's brain damage to this day. He's not the same. He's still alive. He's kicking it around town here, but my understanding, he ain't the same. They had to go life flight him off the lake and everything. But yeah, they're a good time.
And that's what pretty much I always use, unless it's a bearing or something that doesn't.
Especially if you're riding like, don't get it confused. Like what you watch on TV, the mountain riding is way different than trail riding. All right, so don't get the two confused. They're both dangerous, but at least with the mountain riding, you're always in the powder. You got to worry about avalanches obviously, but when you get thrown off your snowmobile, you're in 6 foot of fluffy snow, so, you know, short of maybe breaking an arm or hitting a tree, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe hitting a big rock sticking out, you know, you gotta be careful about that, but you don't get them same kind of speeds unless you're like doing a downhill.
Everything should line up pretty good, and then we can roll that.
Alexandra, I'm doing alright. Chilling, drinking some coffee, bullshitting. Getting a little time on my channel. It's been neglected a little bit since it started snowing. Usually I'd be on my IRL channel that I have. I have a little IRL channel with like 90 some subscribers. You get on there and kill time, you know. And I usually been getting on there in the morning, drinking coffee, bullshit with people. Yeah, that's not even the fastest of them, dude. You get you one of those fucking 700 triples, boy, you'd be doing a buck. Depending on how heavy you are and shit, 100 miles an hour easy, dude. They're screamers. Yeah, the legendary 700 triple. And the older snowmobiles are far lighter than the new ones because the old ones were air cooled. These new ones, the majority of them are liquid cooled, bigger sleds. You know, the sleds that I had were all under 500 pounds a piece, like 490, 480 in that range. You know what I'm saying? And that you can manhandle. You know what I'm saying? But these bigger ones, you get them stuck or some shit. They're so fucking heavy, man. They're a lot more comfortable now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 180 miles an hour ain't shit these days. That was on a Yamaha Phaser 2. Tucked down, just letting her eat. You know what I'm saying? With my big fat butt on it. Speedo said 120. But I was up there about 80. I might have been exaggerating on 80. You know what I'm saying? Gotta play it up a little bit, right? Gotta fluff it. But I was going fast. It felt like 100 miles an hour. I'll tell you that when you're like this far off the fucking ground. Just letting her scream. Yeah, that's my IRL channel. Thanks, Brendan.
Crispy, airy, lightly charred home. Magic. It's not delivered. It's DiGiorno.
We engineered the Sealy Posturepedic to help stop nagging aches for good. Shop Sealy savings during the New Year's sale.
As a Dixie Center mother, I know that having strong enamel is essential to prevent.
Yeah, that's why. Well, that's why I figured I'd come on here, bullshit for a little bit for the watch hours. That way, you know, you let a channel sit, it'll really die off. You know what I mean? But like shit, it's been so long. I'm having a hard time remembering his name now. What's his name that always videoed with PLA brain farting? SGV. My feed don't even feed me none of his old videos anymore. I like to see him come back. I always liked, yeah, SGV. He was one of my favorites when I first started watching. The dude was hilarious, man.
Just clears. So we can get away with this for our run. I still might go ahead and trim this back thing just to get it.
Probably. The phone limits you a lot of times, it seems like. Yeah, sock check. Hell yeah. I won that sock check challenge. You remember that? I got a free shirt out of it. He was just looking for the downest bato with the highest socks. Big Mike won that. You guys didn't know that, did you? Oh.
Is this stuff is metric, but in like a standard form, I guess it'd be close to like 1 inch and 3/8 instead of a 33 millimeter. But pretty low.
That's it right there. I put it in here because I don't wear it very often. Didn't want it just hanging out in my closet. You know what I mean? You know how shit hanging in your closet and get all stretched out and blah blah. So yeah, right there. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, sock check challenge. I won that motherfucker. That was really that was in the beginning of my way back in the beginning. You know what I mean? I was just barely getting known in the chats. I spent a year coming to chats and getting known in the chats before yeah, Downey's a good. I like watching his videos too. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see that old clique get back together. PLA's still getting out there, you know what I mean? But I'd like to see PLA and man, when that click, that was a good click to watch. You know what I'm saying? PLA, Downey, fucking SGV, Riverside before he became a douchebag.
See if we can do things.
Yeah, not. That shit's golden, man. No pick. No pick. Sick. That's where I get that sick from, man. Hearing him say that all the time now, it's like, it's one of the things that's stuck with me. Sick. You know what I mean? When he do that, it's just fucking hilarious. I always put a big smile on my face. And he did the Shala Mahala on him. Oh, yeah. He's got the tone and the accent to pull it off in the skin tone, though. Motherfuckers think he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hilarious. Oh, that shit's golden, man.
Dual fans, 10 inches. This is an 11-inch. Two 10-inch fans.
Yeah, I ain't even seen him on his Canna Grow either channel. He came back and was like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing some stuff again, and then he just disappeared on us. I was like, damn. But I get it, you know, motherfuckers have lives. You got a real life, you know. That's what motherfuckers don't understand. We have real lives. We're more than just auditors. We're people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow, it got dark quick. Good morning.
We have responsibilities, you know, some more than others. Some work harder than others, whatever, you know. Each their own. Look at this dude.
But last night had me contemplating a few things. Number one, can you still pull this motor?
Look at that.
This mount here? Because obviously it's still
Somebody's a bear hunter.
out the bottom. You could pull the motor, you'd have to pull it straight out, turn it, and then pick it. So I was thinking about all that last night, if it was still possible. Totally still possible. Worst case,
I think that dude's a bear hunter or some shit.
or cut it. You always cut it.
Yeah, get a life. You know, like a motherfucker can't have a hobby or some shit. You mad because I can make money on my hobbies? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. What should I do? Make some jewelry and go sit at a flea market? Should that be my hobby? You know what I mean? To make a few extra bucks. Yeah, those were dog boxes. A lot of those up here. Bear hunters usually. Or bird hunters, depending on what time of the season it is. But a lot of bear hunters use those up here. Dogs.
Because we do want headlights on here. Originally, I was thinking about the Harbor Freight 6-inch lights, like I put.
I hope there wasn't no dogs in that though. I don't know if it's that time of the year for the hunters to be doing that. I hate thinking about them dogs driving, going 30 miles somewhere or whatever, and having to ride in the back of that cold ass truck. I mean, I'm sure they take care of their dogs. Most dog owners like that do take really good care of their dogs, but they're not. They're more of a tool than a pet. You know what I mean? I don't know if I agree with that.
I thought I had bought some of those lights, the Harbor Freight lights. So I think we're gonna run into town and see if we can find some. So I think that's.
I mean, it's good to use canines for certain things, which you can, you know, finding people and stuff like that. That's fine, you know. But I don't know. Like one of the things I have mixed feelings about. Same with shooting and eating animals. I have mixed feelings about that too. You know what I mean? But I'll shoot something to eat it. You know what I mean? I feel bad as hell afterwards, but don't think I won't.
Freight Road Shock Edge 4 LED. This is the spot and floods. They do have just a spotlight that is clear, and then they have a spot and flood. So
Yeah, I've watched a few of those. Yeah, they are crazy.
about that is it gives you a few different options on how you want to run it. This thing's an off-road rig, so I'm not too worried about that. If you guys remember, I ran these. I went out and grabbed one of these out of the shed. I had a spare because I wasn't sure how good they were going to be. I knew that I'd seen other people's reviews.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that how that'd be a problem. Yeah, be sitting there in your tree stand and somebody come through with their foot chasing their dogs down.
And they are extremely bright. So they do the job, they work, they're held up, they sit outside 24/7, 365. And
Tree stands hunting. It's called an ambush, bro.
all of that.
Indians did it for thousands of years.
Versus the 6-pod,
Well, probably did most of theirs from the ground, or you know, I'm sure they did it from the tree too. I mean, that's just fucking natural. Get above them. Deers don't usually look up.
just sitting there with like the world's gnarliest water.
Hunting's hunting.
Probably going to be good.
Even if you're lucky enough to be able to hunt right out your back door, you know what I'm saying? My grandpa would go hunting. He'd sit out in the pole barn and wait for a deer to come in the backyard and he'd schwack it. You know what I'm saying? Apple trees. It was hunting season. They were coming for the apples. Put the schwacking on them and drag them in the barn. You know what I'm saying? I've done that a couple times myself. Meat's meat. When you're hunting for meat, you know, if you're hunting and you want the experience of hunting and getting all the gear, you know, that's cool too. But if you're hunting because that's how you supplement your food, I don't consider that hunting. That's harvesting. You know what I'm saying? Hunting and harvesting is kind of different. I mean, it all ends with the same goal. You bag something, you end up eating it usually for most people, most hunters. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a hunter. I'm a harvester. I'm over the whole experience of getting the cool stuff. I just want to go schwack something and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Meat is meat, yep.
So I got my base design. I'm going to come out here.
Especially right in front of your feet. Yeah, right in front of your feeder. Come and just kick everything up, blows out your whole fucking stand for the day, huh?
Here, be welded to this tube, and then we'll have a nice mount.
Yeah, some of those states, they have laws where you can't control where the dogs go, and they got some trackers, and they just chase them through other people's properties and shit. There was one video, there's this guy who was putting videos on YouTube about him having problems with that bear hunters and dogs going through his property, and he said he wasn't so much the dogs, but he didn't want them hunting his property, and that's kind of what to do is, I don't know. You have to watch the whole thing to really get it.
Look at that. That'd be nice. So nice. So we have our pieces made. I want to weld in here, but I really don't want to tack these in until I get these welded in. I don't want to weld any of this in with this radiator sitting here, mostly because I don't want to accidentally burn through this radiator. So like if you have a piece of metal, you go in the aluminum radiator, we don't want that. Loose. And then we'll take the whole thing loose.
Urban hunting, I haven't seen much of the urban hunting ones, no, but I've seen a little bit of it where they're allowing them to use bows and stuff to harvest in certain areas, because, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. I've seen a couple of them, but I don't know if we've seen the same ones, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of cool. I mean, shit, you know, I know there's towns like that in Michigan, you know, get over there by Tecumseh and stuff like that, man. Look, deer right in town. We get deer here in town, but I mean, we live in the woods here, you know what I'm saying? And we call it a town because there's, you know, but really, it's a little BFE. can get deer that walk through my backyard, down my driveway, in front of my house. You know what I mean? They don't come in the yard as much these days now that Ben's been around for a few years, but Ben pretty much keeps them away. We used to feed the deer in the backyard, but since we got Ben, we can't do that. You know what I mean? He'd be out there chasing them. Tim Willis bow hunter. That sounds familiar.
I got a little bit aggressive here when I was cutting them out. And so what I'm gonna do is just take the welder, fill that in, and then I'll show you guys how to clean that up where it's not.
I hear that's a problem down there in the south. A lot of these people have dogs, and then because of the kind of their beagle breeds, their desire to roam, they're always getting loose and getting in people's yards and shit like that too. Is that kind of like the problem?
Alright, so what I did is just weld it in where those low spots were. And I'll put the grind down here, but one of the things you want to do is not grind up and down the tube. If you do this, you're going to actually create low spots. So what I'm going to do is go in line with the tube like that. And that's going to help keep it a lot smoother. So instead of going with the tube, we're going to go against the tube. And once I get close here, then I'll show you what to do next. Now the next trick, now that we have it sanded down, is just putting our DA on here, and we're just gonna work it around the
He's
tube.
on the island there. The monkey's on the island there too.
And let it form
You got monkeys. Somebody let some monkeys go on an island.
just like that. You wouldn't even know there's big fat notches in there. So that really smooths it up. It takes away all the imperfections.
Puts random stuff in metal traps to see what he can catch.
So if you grind like this, you're gonna have deep divots. So even if you put your DA on it, you're gonna end up with like a big old divot in there. So that's why it's important on how you grind with your flat disc and then how you sand with your DA.
I got a blowgun. Man, it takes a lot of lung. You gotta have like the strength, the lung strength you need to really sling a dart far and accurate is kind of incredible. Especially when you get into the big bore, you get into the big bore. You know what I mean? You gotta have a lot of wind to really fling that mug. I schwacked a bird with mine last summer. Just had to see if I still had it in me, you know what I mean? Can I hit it? It took me 2 shots at him, but I schwacked him. One of them black crackles. They're an invasive species around here and they tear up your garbage.
A meltdown.
Did not know that. They must be planted there for sure. Huh. What's the legality of that? Must be a privately owned, must be all private property or something, huh? What happens during hurricane season? The island gets hurt with a hurricane. Must have plenty of high ground.
Please make sure to like and subscribe.
We'll see you guys next time. I need a carport or something.
I'll show you my blowgun.
It's getting rusty. I live on the East Coast or something.
Wish we could actually catch up.
There's my blowgun.
For this new DiGiorno wood-fired style pizza with crispy, airy wood-fired style crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
This is your phone on X-ray.
Something in it.
You take every phone to a
Oh, look at there.
metrology lab and put them through a high-voltage X-ray machine that's normally used to see inside spacecraft models. Little rocket science. Thanks to the incredible detail in our X-ray cases, you can see every micron of your device's insides. From the wireless charging coils and circuit boards of smartphones to the vapor chamber and
Big board.
keyboard switches of a Mac. And we make them for you light mode as well. X-ray features both dark and light features for your devices. And the best part, you don't even have to pay. For a limited time, buy either shade of our X-ray design and we'll give you the other for free.
Well, they come in 2 pieces, so you only got half the blowgun. That's why.
Go to dbrand.com youtube.com/extra.
Report.
See, you've only got half the blowgun. This is what holds it together. Dude, comparatively to watching other people blow the blowgun, like my buddy Casey, he can really, you can hear the, that thwop as it comes through there, you know what I mean? Like, it's comparatively, everything I say is comparatively, you know what I'm saying? I represent the lollipop build. Try to hit flies with yours. I've got like some of them bamboo darts that I've done that with. I got some bamboo darts. I got some of them thumping darts. You know what I mean? That's impressive. No homo. Gonna go grab some food. Get ready. Yeah, I've been on here for a little over an hour. I think I'm gonna end this and go play with the fire. Maybe try to get some ambition in my day here. I don't have no ambition for the day. Like I said, I'm not looking forward to driving back to Newberry, but I'll probably go live for it. Go for a live drive. I don't know which channel. Maybe my main channel here, just so I can get some watch hours on there. You know what I mean? Hour there, hour back. Do a couple different live streams. I have 2 more left.
Report. What?
The salt gun. You got one of those buggy salts? I want one of those. The buggy salt. Shoot them flies. Be sick. It's a Father's Day gift every father should get. This is my main channel. Yeah, this is my main one. I've got, almost 9,000 subscribers. Yeah, this is my main one. My other one's that IRL channel that Brendan dropped earlier. I don't know if he was here for it. I've been doing lives on there a lot, but this channel needed some watch time, so I figured I'd put some in it. Yeah, the buggy salt would be sweet. Yeah, I want one. I want one with the laser on it and everything. Pat, pat. Put some salt in that bitch. I'd go around shooting people with it too. Oh, you had a fly on your leg. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Well, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the other channel if you like just chilling and watching me hang out and do shit, because you'll probably more likely see it over there. And enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an average Joe doing average things. Yeah, government. I don't know if I do accountability. You know what I mean? I'm more of a exposer of government ignorance if I get the chance. You know what I mean? I'm in no authority to hold anybody accountable for anything. You know what I mean? So my son's 22 years old and he lives 400 miles away. So yeah, not responsible for him either. But government watcher, yeah. I'm a First Amendment activist, stress tester of rights, and a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, labels. I'm just a guy. I'm just an American. You know what I mean? I'm just a guy who believes in being free. As weird as the concept of that is, as free as I can be. So I'm an observer. Yeah. I'm a conscientious. I can't even say it this morning. Conscientious observer.
Here you are, in front of my camera.
You know what I mean? I do go on the hunt looking for government employees on occasions to allow themselves to look like idiots online. I do that. It's kind of shallow, you know what I mean. But if you like shallow, hey man, enjoy. You know, always on a hunt for a Karen or Darren. Those are the people. I've come to the belief that the people need the education more than government. Government fucking knows. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing because they're the ones trying to circumvent our rights. That's what they do. They try to circumvent your rights. You know what I mean? To get what they want. So I'm firm belief they know what they're fucking doing. Okay. It's the people that need an education. It's because of the people's lack of understanding of their rights allows the government to get away with what they can get away with. You know what I mean? So I've come to the understanding that the First Amendment stress test is for everybody, and it might be the most important for the people these days. There's enough of this content on the internet. People should fucking, if they didn't know, they should know. Especially if you're a modern person who watches content. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Molly. What up? Switch audits with Observer. Big Mike, the Observer. Man, I've been pondering on that. It's so hard to pull the trigger on that kind of change because I've had the channel name now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I was in a live and they're like, Big Mike Audits. He's like, that's a badass name, I'm like, yeah, it is kind of badass, isn't it? But part of me wants to get away from the stigma of the auditor, but can you really get away from that? Once you're holding the camera and you're in the building, or you know what I mean, and they're gonna label you whatever they want. It doesn't matter what your fucking channel name is. So I have mixed feelings. I want, you know what I mean? It's hard to do. It's really hard to do. And then I feel like it affects all the old content as well. You know what I mean? Big Mike News now? Yeah, I'm not a news guy, no. I kind of like the concept of Big Mike's First Amendment content. Because that's what it is. It's First Amendment. That's what I classify it. First Amendment content. Where Big Mike stress tests his rights in public. You know what I'm saying? Big Mike's First Amendment stress test. I kind of like that too. You know what I'm saying?
I was standing still, and he ran into me.
But it bothers me because, like, all my old videos, the old ones will say Big Mike Audits. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will go watch an old video and it'll say Big Mike Audits, but the channel name will be Big Mike's First Amendment Stress Test.
Nothing. I'm not complaining. I was standing still, and he walked by and he brushed against me. That was it.
Any complaints?
I'm not complaining. He's the complainer. Yeah. We have not stopped it.
Take your name or anything and document it, or everyone's good?
I'm good.
You guys are
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thank you.
I find all kinds of things interesting stuff, but I don't know shit on the topic that you're talking about. You know what I mean? My attitude. Well, at least it's not my personality, because my personality is not all that. And my attitude might be kind of cool, but I think I'm kind of lame. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a woman. I look happy. I don't think anybody needs a woman. You know what I mean? Needs and wants are two different things. Ain't no woman gonna make me happy. You know what I mean? Maybe for a moment, but women seem to be more stressful these days, anyways. The modern women in America really aren't all that, truth be told. Bunch of gold diggers, you know what I'm saying?
Monopoly Go is collaborating with Harry Potter.
That doesn't work.
They fought for their equal rights to be treated like men, you know what I mean? Of course I like music. So I treat women like men now. You know what I mean? You're no longer the protected class. If you want to be protected, get your ass in the kitchen where it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Where it's safer. And don't cut your fingers off and don't burn yourself. All jokes aside, though, you know what I mean? But, yeah. You shouldn't need another person to make you happy. Whether it's a man or a woman, you know what I mean? Being comfortable with yourself should make you happy. It's taking a lot of time it takes time and effort to get comfortable with yourself. Not everybody can get that right off the rip.
Masada owned press.
Lick them and stick them. Send them on their way. Sick. I treat a bitch like 7-Up. I never have, I never will. Tell a bitch like this, bitch. You without me is like hell. Living without the blue note, you never go platinum. He said, treat a bitch like 7-Up. I never have, I never will. Do you know what that's from? You know where I got that from? Can any of you guess where I got that from? I doubt any of you can. But if somebody gets it, I'll be surprised.
As a member of the press, sir, you should know.
Into porn and weed and
As a member of the press,
they haven't been laid in probably 10 years.
we hear that every time.
Real,
We hear that every time. We love the projection. We love the projection.
Ice.
So as a member of the press, you should know playing music doesn't work anymore because AI just kicks it right out.
Because you're so smart, you're so much smarter than me. Thank you for
No,
informing
because
me.
I think as a member of the press, you should know that. Since you don't know that, that doesn't help. So in the future, when you're filming in public, like
So
press
basically,
does, you would know that.
they're a bunch of cowards trying to just
Yeah, the 7-Up thing.
basically, of course.
Yeah, the 7-Up. I treat a bitch like 7-Up. I never have. I never will. And don't Google it.
What's the most
Gloria.
form of press?
Anybody can Google it.
It's all about just confusion and really the real press is basically trash anyway. So what we have is
Tulip, you taking off?
are they even doing their job?
All right, Tulip, off to work.
Have they
Off
ever
to work
spoken
we
to one
go.
politician or congressman
Hi ho,
that really
hi ho.
I have actually. Maxine Waters.
How you doing, Gloria?
Watch my videos. You see.
Good morning.
All right, now I'm press.
I was gonna end this like 15 minutes ago.
It's been a while since you've
It's from a song or from an artist.
I have a question for you.
junior high school when you do it.
Here, I'll play it for you.
Can we get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic break? Yeah, niggas be brown nosing these hoes and shit. Taking bitches out to eat and spending money on these hoes, you know what I'm saying? I treat a bitch like 7-Up. I never have, I never will. I tell a bitch like this. Bitch, you without me is like Harold Melvin without the blue note. She'll never go platinum. Hey, Daz, give me a light, nigga.
Right? That's funny. Yeah. Sick. Yeah, that's from the Doggy Style album. That was my shit back in the day. That's what I grew up on.
If this is your first time, don't start with 7. Yeah, it slaps hard, but if you're back now, I have to jack off out. This is DJ Easy Dick. So right now, something new by the Snoop Doggy Dogg. This one goes out to the ladies from all the guys.
The big bow wow wow.
Cause we gonna make it a lot of tonight.
Hope your life, what up?
So Dick, on the station that slaps you across your fat ass with a fat dick. And I met you last night, baby. Before you opened up your gap, I had a respect for you, lady. But now I take it all back. 'Cause you gave me
Oh, we just chilling. Somebody made a comment, said, I look happy, I don't need a woman, or I don't need a woman, I look happy, right?
Leave your number on the cabinet. And I promise, baby, I'll give you a call. Next time I'm feeling kinda horny, you can come on over and I'll break you off. And if you can't fuck that day, baby, just lay back and open your mouth.
My mom was at home. She was at the bar working and drinking. You know what I'm saying? Love in the whole wide world.
Well, if corrupt
Give a fuck about a bitch, I'd always be broke. I'd never have no motherfucking window to smoke. I get broke and loony. Bitch, you can't do me. Do you look like BBD? You groupie?
I have no love for hoes. That I learned from the pound, so how the fuck am I supposed to pay this hoe? Just the latest hoe. I know the pussy's mine, so I'ma fuck a couple more times. And then I'm through.
Right?
There's nothing else to do with it. Pass it to the homie. Now you hit it. Cause she ain't nothing but a bitch to me. And y'all know the bitches ain't shit to me. I give some fuck. Why don't y'all pay attention? Approach it with a different proposition. I'm corrupt. Oh, you'll never be my only one. Trick ass bitch.
Oh man. I couldn't imagine going to a private school like that. Back in the motherfucking house with a fat dick for your motherfucking house.
Hoes recognize
Bitches do too, cause when bitches get scammed, it's a bullaboo do. What you gonna do? You really don't know. So I advise you not to trust that hoe.
Silly of me to fall in love with a bitch. Knowing damn well once you caught up with my grip, now as the
Sun
sun
rotates and my game grows bigger. How many bitches wanna fuck this nigga named Snoop Doggy?
I'm all the above. I'm too swift on my toes to get caught up with you hoes, but see, it ain't no fun if my homies can't get a taste of it, cause you know I don't love it. Woo!
They beat you for some reason.
Inhale, exhale with my flow.
One for the money, two for the hoes.
Before we get switches in my Chevys, for red to be exact, with bitches on my side and bitches on my back. So back up, bitch, because
I'm struggling. Just get on your knees and then start juggling.
these motherfucking nuts in your mouth.
It's me, Big Mike.
The niggas with the clout.
Yeah, that was the shiznit back in the dizzy. You know what I'm saying? That was that jam. Yeah, there was some of that too going on. Still going on. 30 plus years later. It's the war that never ends.
Hey! Get out of here!
What's my thoughts? I don't have no thoughts on it. I try not to think. What's your thoughts on it? I know nothing of the topic, so I won't put my 2 cents in because I have nothing of value to add to it. Truth be told, but I can always Google. You know what I'm saying? I can form an opinion real quick. I can form an opinion real quick. Yeah, YouTube will do that.
We don't get that out while we're working. Well, what happens? I'm MySpace, he's YouTube. Also on Friendster.
Nappy Roots, oh yeah. Some NWA.
The cops are already been. The cops just left like 40 minutes ago. Yeah. Well, what? Other people are here.
I said I can give you 2, but I only got 1. Yeah. That kind of current affairs shit, I don't keep no track of, man. I'm not into that. It's all meant to distract and from what's really important. You know what I mean? Shit that doesn't matter, doesn't affect your life. If it don't apply, let it fly. Don't apply to my life, I don't give two shits.
People who support the First Amendment and all the amendments. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Yeah, of course. You too. You at the moment? Why is that? I don't know. Why are you filming? Is we're filming? The cops have already been here. The cops have already been here.
I don't think anything really works because the humans get involved. You know, I mean, there's humans involved. Nothing's ever gonna work. You know, what I mean, some things just might work a little better than others. That's all. That's all there is to it. Just as long as people can keep control of the workers, right?
We got your back. We got your back. Watch this guy. This guy's gonna be trouble. Watch this guy. Here he comes.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Greed. It really revolves around greed and what people pursue as presume as power. You know, too many people for some reason get away with the whole because I was told to. Just you know what I mean. So just as long as people have followers like that they can just say, hey, do something, and they'll do it. Nothing will ever work. You know what I mean? With your aggressive voter. Let me tell you, ain't that the truth? Holy shit. Yeah. I had an aggressive voter. It was the city clerk. That's funny you say it like that. Aggressive voter, city clerk. I videoed her casting her vote. And then she showed me there was only two people on the election, and none of them were opposed. So I knew exactly who she voted for. I didn't even care to look and see what was on the ballot. Didn't care. You know what I mean? But now we all know what she voted for. Maybe she didn't vote for anybody, and I guess when you fill that out, you have to vote for somebody, don't you? You can't just like put your name on it and be like counted as I attended, but I didn't pick anybody because they all suck. That's not an option when you vote, right? Should be an option. Should be an option where you know what I mean? Like I attended, I didn't vote for none of them because they all sucked. That should be an option. Bless their wicked little hearts. Oh, you ain't gotta apologize to me for anything. That's the thing though, Juggle asses. A lot of us didn't give anybody any authority. Somebody gave our authority away for us. And I think that's kind of what we do when we vote anymore is we're giving our authority away. You know what I mean? Giving it to somebody else. And that somebody usually wants to use that authority to extract more of something they benefit from, whatever their benefit is.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you very much.
No confidence. Yeah, no confidence. Yeah, for every little section there should be that. No confidence. You know, something like
I'm
that.
glad you got a good education, sir.
I vote
Next time you know, right?
because I feel like if I don't vote, I don't have a right to bitch. I like to maintain my right to bitch. At least can't take that away from me, right? I can only give it away. Does that make sense? So I vote. And I try to vote for what I determine as the lesser two evils. Isn't that saying how the American vote goes? Vote for the lesser two evils usually. But that's if you're trying to actually take things in the right direction. There's some people who just vote for what's, you know what I mean? We've seen that. All right, we already know that. We won't touch too much on those kind of topics, but we know. Yeah, they'll put, and I believe our vote will pick who goes in there. I believe believe shit does get rigged though, like that whole mail in during the epidemic. You know, we all know that was a scam. The mail in's always been an option for everybody. Why'd they promote it so hard? Because they knew they could. They can easily make up fake mail and fake mail in. It's easy to fraud. That's why they did it, and that's what they did.
Until 911 to report the crime of having pepper spray.
I think the last election kind of proved that. They didn't see how there wasn't the mail-in wasn't touched on as much. You know what I mean? It was always an option. You know, servicemen and women have been doing it for years. People living across abroad been doing it for years. It's always been an option. It's not a singing bass, bro. That's not a singing bass. Breathe like a horse. You don't like the way I breathe? Don't give a fuck. Kick rocks. Nobody's making you stay here. Oh, I can't fucking breathe? Am I using your oxygen?
Now, in real time, I can just type directly to the seller and ask them, can you show me the switches inside? And
Go somewhere else then.
exactly what I'm looking for. And if I don't want to
I was here first.
has marketplace listings with a ton of buy it
First
now.
come, first served, bitch.
I can search for a gaming keyboard direct. Once I find one, all I do is click buy it now, and it's on its way to me. There are so many different categories of products, from fashion and jewelry, sneakers, sports cards, pretty much anything you can think of. So if you want to get great deals on below market price electronics, you'll want to
Talk to you dirty? No, thank you. Fucking trolls. There's your Billy the Bass, yo. Probably don't even know what kind of fish that is. Do ya? Probably don't even know what kind of fish that is. What kind of fish you are. A clownfish. Yeah, like I said, clownfish. Clownfish. Anybody can catch a fish out of the ocean, dude. It's not hard. It's fish fucking everywhere. Fuck, they catch them off piers, for Christ's sake. You ain't even gotta have a boat. Like, holy shit. Impress me with your saltwater fish. Ooh, you can catch some big fish? Can you? But can you? Garbage shit, bitch. Clearly you don't know shit about trout, perch, walleye. whitefish.
You're doing the exact same thing I am. You're doing the exact same thing. You're exercising 15 minutes a week. Asking me another question.
Now you've taken it too far. You're coming and insulted my fish.
I haven't asked you enough. You address
You
your
claim to be a
exercise.
fisherman. How dare you?
I'm talking and you're telling me to listen. So, just like you're using your First Amendment right, I'm doing the exact same thing with this man.
Ooh, I got a 28-foot open fisherman. Oh.
That's it.
That's what you need to catch a fish. That shows your skills.
To educate people that are
You need that to catch a fish.
they think that, hold on, they think that their First Amendment right comes
Probably got some fancy electronics to help you too, right?
you're getting,
Let's make it real challenging. Get the fish finder out. We'll find them. Silly. You know, I work hard and I have my own boat. Oh, congratulations. Pat yourself on the back, dude.
that I can do this just like you can do that. You just learn that later.
You're someone special. To whom I don't know. Maybe your mother, but not me. What are you doing? You gotta go potty. Come here. Oh. I got rejected by the dog. I think she's gotta go potty. Should change your name to Clownfish. Everybody give him a clown and a fish. Let's show our appreciation for clownfish here. Let's do some clowns and fishes. He's a clownfish troll. You forgot the clown part. But put that clown in there too. Romy, what up? We dissing on this clownfish. I'm trying to talk. You're trying to call my freshwater perch back there, Billy the Bass. Probably is a woman.
We're not here to film kids. We're not here to film kids.
Thought he was gonna come in here and measure wieners or something. What a lame. I'm cool, I got a boat. I'm on a boat, right? Sick.
Yeah.
Probably got crabs
Have you
too.
ever seen this before? You've seen it? Okay. You. But they need to get used to it though. That and they walk by and they say absolutely nothing and they're perfectly fine. We don't get in their face.
Outfish Community Day, sir. Sure.
Oh, he doesn't. But
Maybe out on the ocean. You know how to catch some saltwater fish. Ooh. Still not impressed, man.
if they do, then they won't.
Fish is a fish. You're a
Then
fish.
you know what the person that we had a guy right here. He came in,
Lame.
hey, I love what you guys do. Thanks for staying for it, right? He knew what we were doing. They had no problem with it. Okay, so the best thing to do is to
He ain't got much to say now, does he?
You did the perfect thing. That's perfect. You came into your business and left. Nothing.
Better catch a fish anywhere you can catch a fish.
Then after, then
Apparently, some people need a 28-foot boat and some electronics to do it. You know what I mean?
so let's
More
say
power to
we-
you.
when do we- Yeah, but the post office, the clerks aren't even reacting.
Gonna finish your dessert and like it.
People watch our videos and they say, well, they're curious about how people react. They don't come out here to do that themselves. very, it's definitely for fun.
There's the clownfish. The clownfish.
People like you stop and ask questions. And then their reaction is, they will comment on saying, hey, I like that.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
So people out there watching the videos and learning about the First Amendment.
Yeah, he lives in with the fish under the sea. he thinks because he's got a 28-foot boat, he's Captain Jack Sparrow now. This guy. Peace Dynamo, what up? You know, Captain Jack. Alright, back to work. Thanks for the like. Take it easy, don't work too hard.
So they've learned. Yeah, the police department has learned. The post office has learned.
I think that's the first channel member I've had in today. Go back. I don't see any other ones. Been on for a while though. I'm not gonna fish through them all. Not gonna fish through them all, but good to see ya.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this isn't the only thing we do. I'm a journalist. I'm an independent journalist. Right.
Surprise.
We can't. Yes, we can't.
Yeah, I need to get going too. I got distracted. I got things I gotta do. William, that 11 months, yeah. Almost a year. Hanging in there, and we appreciate the longevity for sure. It definitely helps inspire and keeps me wanting to come back. You know what I mean? Knowing there's a good couple handful of you that do enjoy seeing me once in a while. But I got things to do. I'm sure y'all got things to do too. So let's get our things done. And we'll see you on the next one. Big Mike's out. Peace.